Yogis. I just wanted to give you some information on an assignment you're going to have this week in Module 3. And what we're going to be doing is taking a photo of ourselves in a yoga pose, in a single yoga pose, and commenting on it in a new tool that we're going to be using quite a bit in this course called Voicethread. And Voicethread is available to you directly from the course itself. It's an external tool. There's a little bit of work to log into it, and I'll explain about that, but it's not that difficult, and it's a great way for us to share with each other in this course. So let me start by sharing my screen with you and taking you to the course itself. So we're going to share, here we are in the course module. And what you're going to do is go down to Module 3, which is where this assignment is. It's called Uploading a Photo Submission to Voicethread. So let's get started. Once you click on the course assignment, you're going to see a video, which is actually the video we're making right now, that explains how to access Voicethread. And not only is there a video, but there's step-by-step instructions. So I wanted you to read those. Make sure you read them. There's pictures of the different things you're going to see on Voicethread. And you're just going to keep going down. Once you've read everything, you feel comfortable, you can start your submission or your slide, as they're called, in Voicethread. Once you've done your picture and you've submitted it to Voicethread, there's going to be request for you to comment on it. And I'm going to show you as well how to do that. And these are the questions you're going to be answering in your comments. So they're highlighted in orange here. What is the name of your chosen pose? And the other thing you're going to be commenting on in your creative slide in Voicethread is, can you explain any do's for this pose? Are there any possible modifications which could make your chosen pose shown in the photo easier or more challenging? And I'm going to run through this with you. So at the very bottom of the page, you're going to come to this bar right here. And this is the bar that will take you into Voicethread. And don't be afraid of it. If you don't like what you did, you can always cancel it and come back and do another one. And I'll explain how you do that as well. But we're going to go right into Voicethread, and it's going to open in a separate tab. So don't worry about losing your instructions, because they're still there. I'll show you what I mean. They're still there in that tab that we just left, and you can always go back to them. All right. So this is my account, but when you go into your account, they're going to need you to log in with your student email. Make sure you use your student email. If you try to log into Voicethread through your phone, which is, they do have a Voicethread app, or on your computer, you're going to need your student email to get you into this course. Okay, so let's start. We're going to create a Voicethread. And as you can see over here, there's this plus sign, and that's what I'm going to click on to start to create a Voicethread. Okay, so I have to have some media, they call it media, to work with. So we're going to bring in a picture, and the picture can either come, if you're on your phone, from your camera. It can come from a picture you've sent from your camera to your laptop, maybe through email or something, or it can be something that you put on the web and stored somewhere. So in this case, you can either add it from your computer, you can take a picture using your laptop, and Voicethread will take the picture for you, or you can copy it from an external source, and you can click on that. But we're going to take it from a computer today. So I'm going to click on this. It's going to take me to my pictures, all right? And I have all my pictures here, but I wanted to make sure that I labeled this one correctly. So I wrote Phyllis, and the name of my pose is Crescent Lunge. Oh, there it is. Pretty fast. Click on it, open it on the bottom, and it's uploading. And this takes a few seconds, so bear with it. I wanted to show you that you can retitle this by moving your cursor up to Untitled here and clicking on it. because I want a title for this, and especially because I need your name. I want to give you credit for everything you do. So if I put my name in here and I write the name of my pose, then we're all set. So it says you have unsaved changes. It reminds you. So I'm going to save this. That's all you need to do. You don't have to fill out any of the other areas here. I'm just going to save it. So now, as you can see, success, your changes have been saved, and it's now called Phyllis Eckler Crescent Lunge. All right. I want to open this Voicethread because I want to layer a comment on top. So I'm going to click in this little box here, and I'm going to hit open this Voicethread. See it here? Open this Voicethread. So there it is. There's my Voicethread that I created in my garage. Space is limited, so sometimes you just got to go where you can find space and distance. Now, when I took this photo, I still didn't have the distance I needed to get my whole body in. And that's really important in these photos and videos that you do. So I actually tilted my camera back a little bit. So that's why I look so big and tall, like a big giant. But that's important that we get every single part of your body in. And in this pose, I had my arms really high, so I needed to tilt the camera and I got my whole body in. So for your comments, which I'm asking you to do, you're going to go over here to this plus sign. And that will open different ways that you can comment. You could write a comment. You could use a microphone and speak your comment. You could use a video camera and video your comment, and you'll be seen just like I'm being seen here on next to your photograph. I don't like the video one because sometimes it covers part of the picture when you first come on. And after a while, your face disappears and we just hear your voice anyway. So my preferred method of commenting is the microphone. So we're going to click on the microphone. It's going to ask you possibly, is it okay to use your computer's microphone? And I'm going to allow it. So I allowed it. There's a countdown. And now I need to start commenting. So this is Phyllis in Crescent Lunge. I'm not going to talk about directions because we're not concerned about directions at this point in the course. We're really concerned about do's and modifications. So I'm going to start by talking about the do's for this pose, Crescent Lunge. And I'm going to click on this squiggle on the bottom here. And the squiggle opens up crayons or pencils for me to use. And I'm going to use the red one because I like red. And we're going to go over here and make a circle around the heel. And the reason that I'm focusing on the heel in Crescent Lunge is because this same pose could be called Warrior One if the back foot were flat on the floor. But because the back heel is off the floor and the foot is facing forward and not sideways, I can see that it's Crescent Lunge, and that's one of the indicators. So important that the back heel is off the floor. The knee needs to press toward the baby side of the foot. And the reason for that is because often I get the wobblies in these lunges, especially one where my back heel is off. So in order to counteract the lack of balance that I have, I press my knee toward the baby toe, and that helps raise my arch here and takes care of some of the wobblies. One more do I want you to think about in this pose is keeping the scapular or shoulder blades down. You want to stretch your arms, your elbows as much as you can upward, but it may be limited because you're pressing your shoulder blades down, which is important in this pose and increases your range of motion in your shoulder socket. All right, now I'm going to talk about the modifications. And to do that, I think I'll change my pencil. So I'm going to use a yellow pencil now to talk about modifications. So one of the modifications that people, yogis can do to make it more challenging in this pose is to actually arch their back. And when you arch your back and look up at the ceiling, that's really a full crescent lunge. And that's what you'll often see in pictures. So the crescent lunge has an arch component. I'm not doing it here because I don't want to challenge. That's one of the modifications that is available to make it more challenging. To make this pose a little easier, you might want to drop your back knee a little bit, bend your back knee a little bit, and that allows for the hip flexor not to stretch as much. And some people have very tight hip flexors. That's that area right in front of that leg. And if that is the case with you, bending the knee can make this a little bit more comfortable and make your balance a little easier in this pose. So that's all you need to comment, you know, 2-3 comments for do's, 2-3 comments for modifications, and you're done. So now that I'm done, I'm going to stop recording, and it's going to process, as you can see the little wheel possibly going around, and eventually it'll start playing it. So as you can hear, hopefully, this is the playback of the comments I made. I'm going to hit save because I like it, and it's got everything I need on it. So we're ready to go. It's there. It's in my library. It's all saved. And as you can see, my comments are right here. And if I wanted to play the comments, I would just click on those initials. And you may see these initials a lot in this course because when I comment on your poses, my comments come up as little PEs, little secklers on the side of your submission. So we're all done. And we'll come back with another video on how to put this creation that you have into the discussion, which is the next assignment. But I will stop sharing here, and hopefully you understood how to create your voice thread. It will always show up in your library, and I can show you what that looks like. Let me share one more time. So let's see. So here's Voicethread again. I'm going to go back. And you can see that it's there. Okay, so it's already there. It's all saved. It's in my collection of videos, and I'm going to be able to get it later on if I want to share it. Notice the share up here. So we're going to get to that eventually, but right now it's just in my library of images. Okay. Thanks for your attention, and send me an email if you have any questions. I think you'll do fine.